Well, smash my ass. It's the Pinball Party Podcast. Hello, everyone. I hope you're well. I'm well. Lot to catch up on, so let's do that. Let's catch up on what's there to catch up on. The fuck has been happening in the world of pinball? What's the point of even releasing Venom accessories? Let me kind of start with that. I'm sure those things are all sold out, right? Fucking, I mean, nothing against, whatever. I'm not going to defend it's been too long. Let's talk about pinball, the reality of it, what I'm thinking, what everyone's thinking, not knowing like, well, Stern's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, but he's ugly. Or she's nice, but she's a bitch. That kind of stuff. We all know Stern's a great company. JJP's a great company. Turner Pinball's a great company. American Pinball. American Pinball. Hello. That they're what the fuck has been happening? Fuck. I know this is old news. American Pinball and David Fixer. All right, enough of the music. But it fits the theme of what the fuck's happening. You know, the coolest thing to see in the last few days, in my opinion, has been Turner Pinball's game. Like the announcement. Now, not to say, well, God, there's too much. It's too much. It's going all over the place. Merlin's Arcade has been kind of the coolest thing to see. I mean, Turner Pinball has been awesome to watch anyways since Ninja, but we all are getting Medieval Madness vibes from this, and the art looks awesome. Merlin's Arcade. It just looks fun. I haven't watched the full Carrie Hardy video. I skimmed through it, clicked around as you do. But it's the art really smashes my ass, to use the theme that we started out with. My ass is very smashed by the art. The main Gandalf-looking wizard. Is that Merlin? It's got to be the Gandalf-looking wizard. Yeah. Who came first, Merlin or Gandalf? That is a good aside. I assume Merlin is severely old in literature. 12th century. Okay, sure. That beats Tolkien's Lord of the Rings by a smidge. How did I do that so fast? I use Google. So I'll finish what we found here. Merlin's character originated in Welsh folklore and Arthurian legend. I knew the second part. Don't at me. I just didn't know like when that was written. With his most famous portrayal appearing in Geoffrey of Monmouth's 12th century work. That's an unfortunate last name. Monmouth. Apologies to all the Monmouths out there. But yeah, Merlin's Arcade looks cool. Priced, $7,000 for the arcade edition, and then $9,000 for the legendary edition. We got to stop with these fucking trim names. Like, this is actually kind of cool. The arcade edition, that makes sense. Like pro model, for the professional, or the limited for the limited person, or the custom collector booster up smash your ass edition, if you will. Legendary edition, arcade edition, fuck, god damn it. We're gonna go the way of video games where it's like standard edition, digital deluxe edition, digital super deluxe edition, smash your ass edition. We're gonna beat this joke into the ground if it's not clear. But yeah, the pricing seems okay. $7,000, $9,000, yes, versus like Stern's R&D and Insider Connected System Super System. It's going to be just like Xbox Live and connect your friends. Nope, not really. But we will give you a fancy new sword for Dungeons & Dragons, along with all those Venom accessories. To go back to the Venom accessories, it's just why, like, lean into it, Stern. Like on the Venom accessories landing page, it should just say why ? Just be like, wait, what are we doing? The topper. I wish it was a public company so we just knew how many pinball toppers. Shout out to Pinball Party's Deep Dive Zach. We were chatting about that. All I want to know, and I'm not sure how much I would pay, but I think I would pay around $50 of my personal cash to just know how many Venom pinball toppers are sold. And anyone out there who already bought one, oops, they shouldn't have done that. who is about to. Don't. Is Venom awesome? I'm not talking about the pinball machine. Is Venom as a character in the pantheon of Marvel characters awesome? I think so. He's one of my top villains in all of Marvel, up there with Doctor Doom. If I had to rank them, thank you for asking. I'd say Doctor Doom, Magneto, Galactus, and Venom are that's the quad that comes to mind. So yeah, Venom's awesome. So like if you're buying a topper because you're a Venom comic book fan, yes, do it. Don't, but I guess you could jam your room, smash your ass room full of Venom stuff. You could put this plastic shit in there. But instead, take that $1,300. Take that $1,300 that you were about to make a mistake with, and go get something from like, Iron Studios, Gentle Giant, Diamond Select for fuck's sake, Kodobukaya. They make a really good Venom. I know. I've thought of getting that. The story is go get like Venom stuff that matters. That. So, is Venom cool? Yes. Is the Venom game good? No. So, do I hate shooting the Venom game? Like someone, if I'm spending 50 cents on a game, do I hate hitting the shots? Not all of them. A lot of them. Do I like playing the game, like everything combined? The lights, the rules? No, I don't. Oh man, the premium versus the pro. I don't give a shit. Bad. It's a bad game. So let's release some accessories. These accessories, though, to be fair, I haven't even wasted my time watching like the video of the pinball topper. What the fuck? Like, what's the point? We're alive for somewhere between, let's say, an average 75 and 100 years. My family's they always live to like 100, so that's unfortunate. I'll be here for a long time. Those last 10 years are just going to be fucking hell. But maybe at that point, cure cancer, start smoking cigarettes again, maybe do some heroin at that age. Fuck it, end of the life. Don't look back and think, oh, I even spent time looking at a video of the Venom pinball accessories because I thought of maybe. I don't want to live that life that I spent time on, so I didn't, and I won't. But looking at the accessories, which all I will do, I guess, touche, I'm spending time talking about a podcast about it, so maybe I'm the asshole. But I love the shooter rod. Looks fucking cool as hell. So what I was getting at is when the accessories look better than how the game plays, I don't know. I don't know how to connect those two things, because when I see this shooter rod, to me it's up there with the amber shooter rod in Jurassic Park as like, man, that just fucking, you nailed it. You fucking nailed that shooter rod. The game, not so much though. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the art blades, it's kind of a gimme in any comic book. Like, yeah, you put some more comic art on the side. There, that just writes itself. But this trend with the side armor, another thing, just don't do it. Don't buy it. Come on, guy. The only time this makes sense, and it never does, I'll start with that, is if you have a game, let's say something like Star Wars, where like, I'm not a huge pinball guy, but I fucking love Star Wars, which is a lot of people. And in your Star Wars room, you have a Star Wars pinball machine. You're not a huge pinball collector, but you have a Star Wars pinball machine. Yeah, get yourself some fucking side armor and have that machine kind of diagonal so everyone can see it. And it's like, okay, that's my thing. I guess if you're that way with Venom specifically, that market has to be small because you're already at the nerd market. Then you're at, well, if you take the pinball market, that's already small, but like outside of that, you got the nerd market, and then within there, comic book, okay, another layer. Marvel, all right, another layer down. Villains specifically, all right, another layer. Venom specifically, granted, you could maybe make the argument Spider-Man or villain, group. And then someone who's willing to spend a minimum, well, I guess if they're getting it used, like $3,000 on a Venom at this point. but let's say this person's an idiot, so they're buying it full price. They're probably even paying for shipping. So they're looking at like 7.5 for a Venom Pro. They've regretted it. They just don't know it yet. And then they're also on the mailing list to know that side armor comes out. Then they have to know what the fuck is side armor. And they look at the picture, and it's like just more comic book art on top of comic book art. And they say, sure, I have stupid amounts of money. I've purchased this. I can't install it, so I'll get Timmy down the road who likes games like Attack from Mars and Jurassic Park. I'll have Timmy install it. Hey, Timmy, it's your weird neighbor who loves Venom and bought this pinball machine that, who looks at you weird and calls you Timmy, and no one else calls you Timmy. Your name's Tim. You offer him like $6,000 to install the side armor because you're weird. That is kind of the only market. So that's who the side armor is for. The shooter rod, I think, is the only thing a sane person would be like, that looks cool. I might just put it on my shelf because it's got the blue webby guts all over it. It's like a mesh of blue web that's crawling up the black shooter rod. It's fucking kudos. And that's designed so well. There's got to be another game you could put that on that it would fit, because you don't want to own a Venom, you don't want to have that. But I guess if you do, and you're like, I'm holding strong on this Venom. I'm keeping the Venom, and I'm just gonna be that guy. Okay, then my advice to you is to get the shooter rod. Even if you're an idiot, don't get the topper. Don't spend that kind of money. Go get yourself the Kodo Bukai or the Iron Studios, the Gentle Giant. I don't know if Gentle Giant still has Marvel or not, but get yourself a shooter rod and you'll be happy. Now, another what the F has been happening lately. Portal announced by Multimorphic, the super popular that everyone has and everyone knows someone who has one of these. If you're not picking up that sarcasm, it's thickly dripped. Portal came out, or it got announced. Portal is a phenomenal IP for video games. Does it fit well in pinball? I personally think so. Better than Cuphead, at least, if we're going video game to pinball transfer. Will it work? Yes. And the Gladys voice sounds great. Now, I haven't researched this much, but what I'm missing is Jonathan Colton's Still Alive song in the trailer. That better be in the game. He's an independent artist, so I'm not sure what licensing. I guess you'd be licensing that song, I assume, is owned by Valve. But music by Scott Denisi. So Scott, yeah, I mean, you need this song in that game. There's a couple different versions, but yeah, Still Alive is, for those unaware, it's I think it's the end song, like when you beat the game. But it's such a phenomenal song, you should listen to it anyways. That song needs to be in this game. Yeah. So Portal, the P3 system, the modular, the one and only, the idea is fantastic. The execution in general is pretty great. It's just getting market penetration. And will Portal move the needle? I mean, I think Portal is a phenomenal IP for video games and like nerdery. Is it going to make me spend $3,900 for the kit? A base. Well, okay, for the kit, I don't have the actual base, which is like 11.5. Then there's the extended edition for $1,600 as a kit, an extra 8. What are they doing? I'm looking at these prices. What are we doing here? What happened to like the affordability of all this? I can't follow these prices anymore. All right, the base Portal P3 kit is $39. Let's call it $4,000, and a complete capital for some reason. P3 system with Portal is 1162. Stop it. Fuck, let's call it 11.7. 711 backwards. $4,000 if you already have a P3 system, which most of you don't. Unless you got it with Weird Al. It's probably where he jumped in. Maybe 11.6. And then an extended version of the game is available for another $1,600 as a kit. Okay. So if you're just getting the kit, it is $5.5. So if you think about that, that's saying you already own the system, as they say. The names have to be fixed. You have the machine that can take the modulars. Let's say that. If you want the full additional game, it's $5,500 or basically the cost of a Stern Pro. And you're like, oh, okay, it's a little cheaper. It's $50. Yeah, sure. But the whole premise of this P3 was that we will have these cheaper modular systems over time, and it'll be this awesome. Like, the idea is great, and that's gone. That idea is gone because it's $5,500. I mean, that sucks for the reason for this to exist, and that prices are going up on everything anyways, inflation. I mean, it's the same thing, different day. But these prices just keep creeping up, but they just talk about them differently. Like, oh, it's an additional extended kit. And if you really think about the difference between the base and the extended, just sell the extended. I mean, going from their website, the portal module extension floats over the screen and brings gameplay closer to the flippers with additional decorated catwalks, a spinner, 4 physical targets, a third dynamic ramp, the hidden gel tube, kickback mechanism, and the elevated crossplay field hard light bridge experience. Fuck me, basically a bunch more. Why? If you are already in to the base system of, let's say you got to use one, I don't know, $9-10,000, you have one, right? And you're like, I want to buy Portal. You already have enough money to get something like this. You're going to get the extended one. If you can't get the extended, I would say then just save up a little bit more until you can get it. Imagine having the base, and then in the future when you're inevitably sick of it because it's a game, you move on, selling a base? Oh, God. No one's going to want it. So you just have to think, I'm going to spend $3,900 and maybe recoup a third of it. Maybe. And that's how much I'm willing to spend on it. You know, paint it in that light. $3,000 to play a pinball machine for who knows how long. That's a lot. That's like buying a Venom LE, you know, or any JJP and then having to resell it. Not cool. And not that they're doing anything wrong, them by Multimorphic, but just get the extended. And I can't imagine confusing the buyers even more. I know pinball fairly well, give or take, you know, a couple months I go away from it and do whatever. And even this is confusing to me. So someone, hi, I'm Steve. We didn't name the guy earlier with the Venom. Venom guy wouldn't want this. I'm Betsy. I'm mother to Frank. I fucking know. He wants a pinball machine. No, mom's buying a kid a pinball machine. Okay, I'm 35-year-old. My name is Chuck. I have a little extra money. I used to play Medieval Madness as a kid. I want to buy a pinball machine. Cool. He starts going on websites or Facebook, Googles, what's a great pinball machine? You know, it's never going to pop up, aside from Venom, is a P3 module system. And he's like, okay, yeah, all right, that looks good. He'll be confused as all hell. And it will, well, I guess maybe you got a 50-50 chance. You got Chuck who's researching and no one says these things. Or he's like, oh yeah, no, he reads like one sentence like, oh, this is the future of pinball. Okay, so the future of pinball is this, so I buy this. And Portal, yeah, I don't know what that is. He probably thinks it's like something just based on science fiction. Like, yeah, Portal's cool, I like science. So Chuck's kind of an idiot. You're selling to idiots, I think, is the case here. So I guess there's plenty of those. Maybe you'll sell a shitload. What else is going on? It's TPF this week, Texas Pinball Festival. I've never been, like a lot of you. I've never been to Texas Pinball Festival. It's a hoot in the pinball realm, from what I hear. But the big rumor as in just by the time, was it the 21st? Is that when TPF? So it's, yeah, when that comes out maybe. Harry Potter. God, you heard of Harry Potter. It's going to come out by Jersey Jack Pinball, and apparently it'll get announced at TPF. Now, this has been, I don't need to say it, one of the most sought after themes in pinball, full stop. I mean, I can't really think of, after Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, it's kind of Harry Potter at that point. And a lot of people, Harry Potter is bigger than both of those. Does Lord of the Rings have their own Universal Studios park? Star Wars does. Harry Potter does. Yeah. Man. Harry Potter, that is just like, don't know what to say that hasn't been said. You know, it seems we're going to get the full assets. But what does that mean? There's so much unknown, really. I really want to talk about this more after it's released. There might be some things that are known, but like, I don't. Yeah. 3 models, possibly. I read that thanks to Nap Arcade, KNAPP, arcade.org. Go get your news from Nap Arcade. Great website. All the news you need. But yeah, the rumor is they're going to do 3 trims again. I think that's the right call. Now, I don't run a pinball company, but from a consumer standpoint, you want to push these things like a son of a bitch. And these are the type, similar to the neighbor who knows Timmy, that will buy a pinball machine regardless of being a pinball fan or not. Like Harry Potter freaks, Potterheads. I shouldn't say freaks. Some, of course, are freaks. I think Harry Potter's fantastic. I like it quite a bit. If you're hesitant, like, this is a bunch of kid shit. Yeah, first couple are. I would say start at Prisoner of Azkaban. That's a good dip your toe into, where, like, it's still kiddie-ish, but you're like, okay, this is a little dark. I see. Wow, yeah, this is fucking dark. Okay. I mean, there's both. But then you can kind of see where it could possibly kind of go, or like how cool they get. Not saying that it needs to be dark to enjoy it, but we're adults here, most of us, except for Timmy. And we need a little more seriousness in our life because you get older, you get jaded. You know, that's how shit goes. Unlike, well, no, I won't say. I was going to say, unlike a lot of all the other, what I've been seeing lately, just so much pinball content creation is like, all the games are great. Oh, it's great. Turner Pinball, great. Venom, great. Alice in Wonderland, great. ABBA, great. Jersey Jack, great. Dungeons and Dragons, great. John Wick, great. John Wick L.E. Price, great. Spooky, all their games are great. Like, what the fuck? It's not true. God damn it. So I that's all fake. I don't know. They got angles. I don't know what's happening, but it's not all. That's not true for what it's worth. John Wick's pretty bad. Venom's not great. American Pinball is what the fuck is going on. Prices are too high. Used market prices keep going down for what it's worth. And yes, they keep going down no matter what people tell you. Games aren't selling. They're sitting. It's rough. It's rough out there. Will all the companies make it through 2026 is kind of my question. But anyway, going back to Harry Potter and the Darkness. Sorry for that tangent. Prisoner of Azkaban, the 3rd book, is a good dip your toe. There's 7 of them. If you like what you see in Prisoner of Azkaban, keep watching them. And no, go back to the first one, and you'll be like, my God, is this a kid's movie? Kinda. Yeah, kind of. The first one's a little kind of, but still good. You can see the glimmer of like, all right, there's something here. But more than anything, the story has depth. It's based on like classic old stories of good and evil, sadness, hope, love, regret, all that kind of stuff. just like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, all the classics, including, Merlin and the Arthur tale, all that kind of stuff. Harry Potter is so fucking huge. What I'm getting at is they want to push as many as they can. So even the fan of Harry Potter who isn't into pinball is going to want to try to get into this, and they need a lower price for that because they're like, oh my god, I'm a Harry Potter fan. I don't care if Snape is white or black or if you know, you know. And I want to get one of these. How much are they? $12,000. Okay, no, not happening. I'll kill myself. That it's not gonna happen. So having a lower trim would be a good idea. If they do, it would have to be under 10, right? 99999 probably. If they do 3 trims, they used to have 3 trims and they would remove stuff. Well, I'm not an expert on all the history, but of the trims of Willy Wonka, there was different features. The gobstop, what was it called? Fuck, that thing in the back. The point is, I never owned a Jersey Jack, so some of this is just from secondhand knowledge or playing it. Differences in Willy Wonka, differences in GNR. Toy Story did not have differences, correct? What was their last game that no one wanted? The last 2? Oh, I guess Avatar and Godfather. Jeez. Yeah. Okay. So if they do 3 trims, I'm curious to what they will be stripping out, because before it was just like the CE would add stuff, but if they're going to get that price down below 10, they're going to have to remove stuff. So I really don't know. I would really like to see if they have 3 trims, what they do, and we can discuss when that happens. How about that? Suffice to say, I'm very excited to see what happens with Harry Potter. And on the same line of excited to see the heavily rumored next Keith Elwin of King Kong, also very excited to see. It's similar to last year where, like, before Metallica, which again, not really a huge fan of the remaster, had it for like a couple days and see you later. Just not my thing. Thought it would be, wasn't. We all make mistakes. And took a break before that because there just wasn't much, and that was coming out. And now that Harry Potter's looming, King Kong, like, peeking my eyes up out of that sewer, kind of like the turtles. What's going on out there? It's smelling kind of intriguing. What's about to happen? Am I gonna spend some money like an idiot? We'll see. I want to. King Kong. I mean, like the theme, take it or leave it. It's fine. I don't know. It's more like, it's like a video game theme. It's a good setup for like, some action and stuff and adventure and I'm a fucking ape and I'll smash shit and fucking do weird shit with women. But, if Keith Elwin is, if his history is any indication of his future, that game will just smash ass. Oh my God. And if it does, like when we look at him, we're like, well, yep, he's done it again. I'm going to buy that. And if you want to know where I will buy it from.
When I buy my pinball shit, I buy from Flippin' Out. From toppers, sharp blades, premiums, I've got it figured out. Flippin' out, figured out. When I think of pinball, I think Flippin' Out. Flippin' out, figured out. When I buy from Flippin' Out. Buy.
I will buy it from Flippin' Out Pinball, who has taken over a small island to the south of Africa. I think the population is up to about 40,000. It's surprising what 2 people can do when they're in love. How fast they can breed is my point. So Flippin' Out is run by a population on an island, 40,000 people, all related. There's a lot of gene manipulation going there. It's gross. However, what they've done is bred the most fantastic team of customer service and salespeople and support you've ever met. Fantastic prices, free shipping, used games, new games. Tell them Jason at the pinball party sent you. Contact Zach or Nicole or the other 39,998 people that are on that island waiting and willing to take your order. Flippin' Out Pinball. Get some. Do it. Give me your money. So I plan to give them my money when King Kong gets released. Most likely the premium, because Keith's premiums are always just, they slot right in there. Like, fuck yeah. It's just enough. Man, just get in there. Give me that premium. I don't want that pro. And the reason why is because dude just fucking kills it at games. And King Kong, it's not an offensive theme. As I mentioned, it's neutral. So like, I don't really care how they use it. That really old stop motion stuff. Okay. They're probably not going to use the new stuff. But even then, okay, whatever. Most likely it'll be akin to Godzilla, kind of campy and all that. Maybe it'll be King Kong through the ages. Or King Kong smashes your ass. I don't know. It's just riffing on that one. It's just coming off the top of my head. I don't know. But yeah, man, his games are just fun. Pure and simple. Simple is not the right word. They're actually very complex, but it's just like a different level. And this is no shade, to use a 2023 term, at other developers or designers. Sorry, we're talking about pinball, not video games, I guess. There's so much more in games like Jurassic Park and Jaws. And yes, Godzilla, I'm not a huge fan, but I can see it. And there's just so much more. Like, bang for your buck, the Portal system, or fucking Jurassic Park. Or nothing against like Merlin's. I don't know what the code will be, or a spooky game, but Jaws, there's like 5 games within Jaws. Even outside of the rules, the special modes, the video mode, and whatever. But the special modes, the challenge modes, but even just the base game, even the pro on Jaws, it's so good. I wish the pro on Jaws, as a little, if I may, the pro on Jaws was don't change anything, but change the shark to the premium shark so that it's easier during, what is it called? When you're capturing the shark, the green shot. Oh my God. Bounty multi-ball. You hit a shot, hit the shark, hit a shot, hit the shark. I just want a pro with that shark. So I don't have to hit the ball to hit the optos. It's a bitch. Similar to Jurassic Park, give me Jurassic Park Pro with the Raptor Gate. I don't care about the T-Rex. Get fucked. Just make those premium models. But again, you get the premium on the Jaws, you have to. You get the premium on the Jurassic Park, you have to. Have a good time. You don't buy Godzilla because it's a good game, but I don't like it. And Avengers is so fun to shoot. Oh, shit. But it's not that great. I don't think the modes that end and it's a little too much. The grid, Iron Maiden, solid. Iron Maiden being his first, I know we're just going on, Keith, that I was like, dude, hurry up. We know. We get it. Iron Maiden like fits in all the other Stern greats. Like it's just a solid, great game. And you can see the depth that he's starting to get to and the layers of additional gameplay. Anyway, King Kong. I'll stop the rant on Keith. But we all know, I think between Harry Potter and King Kong, a 1-2 punch, a 1-2 smash ass punch. I apologize for this ongoing bit here. It's trash. That if this doesn't boost into pinball a little bit, and it's coming right before the summer months. Oh, shit. Not the best time, but hey, timing is not something we can all control, licensing and everything around it. But yeah, Harry Potter, my God. Imagine they can't announce both of these within a day or two. Like, what do you do? What do you do? Let's say that you have $10,000. My God. Well, we don't have okay, some of us. Let's say you have $10,000 to just like, my next game, can't wait. What's it going to be? Well, if we talk about like kind of that price, is it going to be King Kong, premium model, get all the stuff, all the Elwyn? Or, and maybe a shooter rod, toss with that money, you get a little extra. Get the Venom shooter rod, put on the Kong, it's great. Or the stripped down Harry Potter. Fuck. Well, I don't know if that's the case, mind you, if they have a lower trim under 10 grand. That is a tough call, my friend. One of the most popular themes of all time. They both kind of are, but Harry Potter, you get it, like way more. in a way. Oof. Because then you're like, all right, if I want the full Harry Potter experience, you got to jump up to 12. $2,000 extra dollars. That's like almost a P3 module from 5 years ago, but not anymore because now we've increased the P3 modules to the price of a Stern Pro, so that's fucked. But you're either $2 more grand into a Harry Potter to get the full Potter experience, which I gotta imagine all of us who are Harry Potter fans and pinball fans, give me the good stuff. Mainline it. Or fucking the best, arguably best pinball designer of all time coming out with his next big banger. God damn. It's a good time to be, coming back in, talking about it, playing pinball, doing it between those two things. The rest of the shit, I don't care about it, to be honest. ABBA, what? Alice in Wonderland, Merlin's Arcade. Now, I do care about that. I do like to see the spooky team is Evil Dead. Like, I like Evil Dead. The movies. I love that Spooky's out of Wisconsin. Yeah, fuck yeah. I just haven't had a lot of success with spooky games in the past myself, aside from TNA, which I like. The rest of them just, it's the spooky thing. But I haven't played it. I don't know. I've watched some videos. It looks pretty awesome. You guys do if any of you are listening, a phenomenal job with, I think, the audio and the integration lately with some of this. At least looking at the Evil Dead, like you're nailing it. It's coming along. It's looking very top tier. Not that it wasn't in the past, but you guys were kind of the underdogs, and now like you can't really tell anymore. At least from this view, it looks fucking great. So keep doing it. It's awesome. Yeah. So, and the Portal as well. Like, I want it to be awesome. But like, fucking what? Like, if again you got 10 grand, where are you gonna put your money? You gonna put it next Keith Elwin, King Kong, or like Portal? I love Portal. Again, love it. I played both the games, loved them both. On the Orange Box, and then the re-release, and then Portal 2, and the music. That music actually did it get me into Jonathan Colton? If you listen to Pinball Party, I don't know, a very long time ago, I played some his Shop Vac song on here. He's a fantastic artist. Yeah, man, he's a phenomenal musician. A songwriter, I should say. Phenomenal songwriter. Doesn't mean he's not a musician, but I want to give respect to like another fellow songwriter where like there's a lot more in songwriting than just like, I can play the guitar. Can you come up with melodies that people want to hear, and you know how to write a story? And anyway, kudos to Jonathan Colton. But hopefully that Portal game has the song. I mean, it's got Zanisi on music. He gets it. I hope so. But again, the 10 grand, are you going to buy Portal? My love of Portal and all of it aside, of all the P3s, this is the one that pulls my heartstrings the most. By far. Yeah. I mean, I know when Princess Bride came out, that was intriguing, but not nearly this level. And I think Portal really fits. It's like a futuristic thing that like it fits the P3 module, I'll say. It seems right thematically. But again, you got your 10 grand, you're going to buy Harry Potter, heard of it? Or Portal? What are we doing here? Or save up your money for the rumored Walking Dead remaster later this year, which either please release, speaking of 3 models, please re-release the Pro, or take out the crossbow and the Bicycle Girl ramp. I don't mind the Bicycle Girl ramp. I can't say that. Bicycle Girl ramp. I don't mind it on the premium that much. But the Pro Bicycle Girl ramp is just that much smoother, I think. But they'll probably do a remaster like last time, and I don't know. I like the art of the original Walking Dead. I actually really do. Yeah, don't need to defend that because it's me saying it, so fuck you. It's my show. I like the art, and I love the Pro. I don't know if Walking Dead holds steam like it did before, but let's talk about Walking Dead Remaster the closer we get to it. But I'll say I've heard the same rumors a lot of the other people out there are talking about, And I'd think that might be happening. Maybe not so much Ghostbusters, but maybe Walking Dead. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Thanks for listening. Glad we could catch back up. Miss you. Love you long time. We'll talk to you later.
Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck.